Disturbing facts that will probably disturb you even if you're not easily disturbed. Part 28. In 2009, a high school in Pennsylvania issued an Apple MacBook to each one of its 2,306 students, then remotely activated the webcams to spy on students while they were at home. If someone were to try that, like when I was in high school, all they would have seen is me eating bagel bites, drinking black coffee, and blasting Good Charlotte. Ash Ketchum of Pokemon, Gotta Catch 'Em All, only caught 57 unique Pokemon over the course of the series, roughly 7% of the Pokemon available to him. I don't know why, but that disturbs me. It's like ruins my childhood. The USS Scorpion was lost at sea in May 1968 with 99 men lost. The wreckage was found almost 2 miles deep, making it impossible to determine the cause of the accident. But underwater acoustics out of the Canary Islands heard the exact time of the implosion, but were unaware it was the sub sinking. Remind you of another certain submarine implosion? History's doomed to repeat itself. Willie Nelson was once married to a woman named Martha Matthews. Now, their marriage was marked by violence as Martha assaulted Willie Nelson on several occasions. On one occasion, she sewed him up into bed sheets and beat him with a broomstick. On another occasion, she bit his finger to the bone. Classic example right there. Men can be victims too. Pakarua Shadi had them apple bottom jeans, boots with the, is a phenomenon in parts of India where eligible bachelors are abducted by the bride's family and forcibly married. Over the years, organized criminals have become part of the practice as they carry out abductions for a fee and guarantee post-marriage compliance by the groom. I mean, honestly, in that situation, I feel like the best that you could hope for is like developing Stockholm Syndrome, falling in love with your captor. There is a pastry known as Saint Agatha's breasts. It was named after Agatha, who was tortured by having her breasts cut off. They are round-shaped sweets made of a sponge cake, soaked in risolio, and filled with cheese, chocolate, and candied fruit. Hey, sorry your boobs got cut off. Let me name a dessert after you that looks just like your cut-off boobs. In 1818, an Englishman accused of murder demanded a trial by combat. Surprisingly, the law that allowed for trial by combat was still valid, and the man was acquitted when his accuser declined the offer of battle. Trial by combat was abolished the following year. Could you imagine? You get like a speeding ticket or something, and when you see the cop in court, you're like, me and you out back, I know how to rip an ear off. In the USA during the 19th century, many little girls were given play death kits, which included a corpse doll and a coffin. Girls would prepare the doll for viewing, place it in its coffin, and conduct a play funeral. I feel like I was born in the wrong era. It's totally something I would have played with as a kid. A cross-air flight crashed in Switzerland, causing 24 deaths due to pilot error. The same pilot previously overflew a destination in Switzerland to Italy and only realized it when a passenger said they could see road signs in Italian. How did you get your pilot license? Where did you get your pilot license? The internet? The dark web? Grain-based desserts, like cookies, cake, pie, are the #1 source of calories in the average American diet. And I know that to be a fact because for one thing, your girl always feels like she deserves a little sweet treat. And for another thing, if I wake up in the middle of the night and my blood sugar's bottomed out, I'm about to go eat a whole box of Little Debbie cakes. At least 1/3 of the US cycling team in 1984 LA Olympics were doped with a process called blood doping. The American cycling team won 9 medals. A tattoo is basically a never-ending war with your immune system. Immune cells called macrophages try to eat the particles of the tattoo, but they keep failing and new macrophages replace them. So basically, my immune system is constantly trying to eat my tattoos. That is so fucking metal. Around 2 in 100 people between the ages of 65 and 69 have dementia, so about 2%, but that risk roughly doubles every 5 years. So by age 90 and older, around 33 in 100 people, 33% of people have dementia, age 90 and older. Now there was a recent study, and I do not know how factual it is, so do not quote me on this, that showed people with ADHD were 3 times as likely to develop dementia as people that did not have ADHD. If it is true that people with ADHD are 3 times more likely to develop dementia, then by age 90 or older, 99% of people with ADHD will develop dementia. Thanks for watching.